50, 45, there goes Davis.
Oh my God!
Davis is going to run it all the way back. Auburn's going to win the football game. Auburn's going to win the football game. He ran the missed field goal back. He ran it back 109 yards. They're not going to keep him off the field tonight. Holy cow. Oh my God. Auburn wins. Auburn has won the Iron Bowl. Auburn has won the Iron Bowl in the most unbelievable fashion you will ever see.
Welcome in, everyone, to a brand new edition of the Dream Wage, episode 467. Today is Wednesday, November 13th, 2024. I checked on Joey down south. There was a bunch of orangutans and monkeys on the loose in South Carolina. He's good, though. It's a little further south, but he's good. Did you hear about this?
Yeah, I heard about it. It was about, what, like 20 or 30 that
Yeah, it was like
loose?
26 orangutans.
That's a little wild, but hopefully hopefully everybody's safe. They don't get, they don't cause no damage or nothing like that. But hopefully all the monkeys also return safe home.
Yeah,
so.
Joey's crazy. Joey was like, "Don't
I'll catch
matter."
one.
Yeah, he was like,
I'll keep them.
He was like, I always wanted a pet monkey, but he was also like, but if they're crazy,
Yeah.
I'm
It's an
armed.
orangutan. It's not a monkey.
And he
little
also said he's armed. I said, okay.
Yeah.
I said, okay. We're getting into it, but good to be with you. We got a great show. We'll recap what a Sunday night game. I mean, we'll get into it. I mean, I wish my quarterback could throw 5 interceptions and still win the game. We'll talk about Lions and Texans Monday night. Where to go, Miami? Good win on the road. Saying talk about that. Week 11 NFL rankings. I am intrigued. Elvis and I were talking before we went live, and we were saying as the weeks go on, it is getting a little harder. Teams are starting to show their true identity and who they really are, especially at the bottom of the list. Then we got Thursday night matchup, NFC East Division showdown in, I think it's at the link. Yeah, it's in Philadelphia. Eagles hosting the Commanders. We'll have picks and plays for that game. And we got a big NBA slate, 11 games on the board in the association. And let's just keep fading. Let's keep fading the Pelicans, man. Jose Alvarado's down. He's down with an injury as well. I think those 7 guys hurt on that team now. So they're hurting, they're hurting right now. So we'll talk about that in just a little bit. Like I said, let's go to Sunday Night Football. What a game, back and forth. It was a crazy game down the stretch. But man, Lions, they pull away 26-23. After halftime, I was like, I think this is a good time to live bet the Lions. They were starting to catch their rhythm a little bit. Jared Goff, I mean, some of the throws were not the best. He dropped from 3rd in MVP to, I think, 9th. He's 40-1 now, which I think is a little mispriced, if I'm being honest. But I get it. I think it's a little overreaction. But, I thought they did a good job passing the ball. John Mechie, you called him your Bama boy. He had a nice game. Dalton Schultz got involved a little bit. Sam Laporta helped me, and I got to mention it because I did beat you in fantasy because of Sam Laporta. So shout out my boy Sam Laporta. But other than that, great comeback win. And all season, they have not scored a touchdown in the second half, the Houston Texans. I mean, you can't go in. How do you go? Answer me this before we break down the game. How do you go into a locker room after getting up in the lead and not make adjustments and score? That's just mind-boggling to me. And this is a good team, kid.
Yeah, it was a tale of two halves. CJ Stroud in this offense was on fire in the first half, though. We expected the Lions to come out with that fire just because it seemed like the whole season they just come out firing and putting up points before anybody. But the Texans came out looking good. CJ Stroud in that offensive fire. Justin Michi finally was getting involved. I like the fact that he was getting some targets still. He scored. He had a big day, but it was a big first half, really. I gotta ask, why hasn't this offense hasn't been able to score a touchdown all season in the second half? To me, all you have to do is score. Kick 2 field goals, get it, field goal range a couple times. You win this game. Jared Goff gave you opportunity after opportunity and after opportunity, and he still somehow won this game. Got to tip your hat off to him. Connected with say Brown late, but Dale, to me, this is more of like what the hell Houston than more like, wow, the Lions are really that good. So Houston, I think they definitely need to go back to the drawing board just because this is a few weeks now where the offense regress. I understand they're getting Nico Collins back most likely this upcoming week, though, but maybe that's not just gonna fix the problem. Maybe it will, but they definitely need to find something, not just moving forward, but in the second half. You need something in the second half.
Did the Lions win this game or the Texans
No,
lose this game?
Texas lost the game. The
Yeah.
opposing quarterback threw 5 interceptions and they scored 26 points.
But we
To
still
me,
got to
that's
give
hard.
credit to the Lions, though. They did have to come back.
No, you got to give credit just because they pitched a shutout defensively in the
Yes.
second. I'll give the defense their credit, though. The defense played phenomenal, but it's also like Houston, you scored 23 points in the first half. First quarter, you look phenomenal. Second half, you come out straight flat. Like that's come down to coaching. Like you said, there wasn't no second half adjustment. Clearly, the Lions made some. They still was still turning over the ball, but guess what? Still was able to win the game because guess what? The defense shut it down, Dill.
Yeah, 100%. And shout out Aaron Glenn, the DC for the Lions. He's gonna get a job. He's gonna get a head coaching job very soon. And Ben John, they have a great coaching staff, and I think we'll get into our rankings in just a little. But I'll say it, man. This is the best team in the NFL right now. They have to be. You have to put up 30 to win this game, and they don't. I mean, the field goal kicking was marginal. Like, did you see how close it was? It was like you couldn't give any room. And
if that was an outdoor stadium, is a miss.
Yeah, yes,
or down the middle.
Nah, yeah, it could have gone either way. What are your thoughts on the Texans kicking the 58-yarder and not punting them deep? Because I thought they made the right decision. He just pushed it wide left.
I understand. I would have possibly done the same thing just because Fairbairn has been honestly pretty damn good all season
he has
long.
been.
He's been great. So at home, indoors, kicker's been kicking there all season long. I'm going to trust my kicker to make that kick, honestly. So I'm not mad at it. And at the end of the deal, that's the Lions offense you go in. Regardless, I think they're going to reach their red zone anyway. Or at least get to field goal range.
Now, CJ Stroud has definitely regressed. I mean, Joe Mixon didn't have a good game either. They shut down the run. Only person I really thought, I'll give Dalton Schultz a little bit of credit, but John Mechie III was the only one who I thought really was the difference maker.
First career touchdown, by the way, as well.
Yeah. CJ Stroud has definitely taken a step back, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but, it's that sophomore slump, but also we're seeing it really now. Since the Nico Collins injury, early on, this team was 4-1, 5-1. Now they started to lose some games. They're 5-2. So I think they'll be just fine with Nico Collins back. You got to remember, what was their all season? They got Stephon Diggs. He's gone for the year. No Nico Collins. That's some chemistry there with him and Nico Collins, especially last year. So I think they'll be just fine, but they're definitely missing a consistent outside weapon. And we saw Michi step up. Just nobody else.
Yeah, got to give him credit. Jake Bates hitting that clutch field goal as well, sneaking it through the uprights.
Honestly, he really beat me, not Sam.
Yeah.
He had 2 50-yarders.
Yeah, he did. And when he hit the 58, I go, that's a couple points. That's a little cushion.
That was game. So soon as he hit that, I was like, I lost.
And I was like, Matthew Stafford should be okay because you had Matthew Stafford to close the fantasy week out. And I go, he just can't go crazy.
And he did it.
Let's go to Monday night. You were on the Rams. Now, very slow start by the Rams. Besides that run, or that kind of, what was it? Oh no, it was Malik Washington I was thinking of. But I really didn't think Karen Williams, another game where he didn't find the end zone. You got to give a credit to Miami. I thought their defense played pretty well, especially in the first half. In the fourth quarter, they tried to make a little bit of a comeback. Puka Nacua had a good game. Cooper Kupp, he went for 80 yards as well. But Matthew Stafford is always due for an interception in prime time. I'll tell you that much. Tua, I thought played pretty well. 20 for 28, over 200 yards. He had that one pick, but the defense got the ball right back, so it really didn't hurt them. Still can't run the ball, which is surprising with Mike McDaniel's offense. But Jalen Waddle had a decent game. Jonnu Smith couldn't get one more fucking catch, bro. That hurt me. But other than that, I thought the game was very defensively. My over didn't hit. My one question and concern with Tua, why are you leaning in with your head when you're going to make a tackle? My God, you of all people, that scared me. I said, oh no, why are you leaning with the head? Did you see that play?
Yes, Dale. First of all, it's for the love of the game.
I
Dude,
know.
it's for the love of the game. My man too is a team player, man, and he made a great tackle. Say what you want, he made a great tackle. Nobody else was able to get it done. He said, you know what? I'll own up to my own mistakes and I'll make the tackle. Dale. To me, it was a great game from this Miami defense. You know, I said it when we called their best. Dale. I did like the Rams. I did take the Rams, but I was like, man, that Miami defense has been pretty good. It's just, can that offense outscore the Rams? And they did. You know, you gotta give credit. Tua played pretty damn good. You know, besides the couple early on turnovers, both sides. It was clean. Other than that, second half though, I was honestly wondering when Tyreek was gonna get more involved. You know, Tyreek has been quiet all year. With Tua back, still hasn't really get involved. I want to see this passes game take off. You know, Jalen Waddle had a good game, not a great game. You know, those three with he had 3 catches. Two of them was in the two big ones was in the first half. So solid win, but I want to see this offense take off though. We know what this offense is capable of. We saw it last year with the running game, with Tyreek, with Jalen Waddle. You know, we know Tua is capable of doing it. So I really want to see this team if they could make a playoff push. And I think the Rams will be just fine. They just struggle. Like you said, Matthew Stafford always due for a prime time interception. Carolyn Williams wasn't honestly able to run the ball all
No.
night after that fumble as well. So, Puka Nacua, Cooper Cup, they're looking good. I think the Rams will be just fine. But like I said, the NFC is loaded, so they can't really lose too many games, especially a home one in prime time.
Miami, best 3-6 team in the league, especially with Tua back, right?
Yeah, I think so. Let me check 3-6 teams.
I do like. Well, they're not 3-6, but Tennessee, they play good defense. They just need a quarterback. I truly believe Tennessee is not as terrible as a lot of people
think. If Dak
think.
was healthy, maybe, but I'm gonna give it to Miami. They'll definitely.
Yeah.
Miami. It sucks. I picked them to win the division because I honestly thought they'll be better than they were last year, especially because they improved defensively. But with the injuries and with Tua, that derailed it. But hey, Buffalo's on one as well.
Yeah, exactly. And Tyreek Hill's wrist looked all right after doing that touchdown celebration. They were like, I thought your wrist was hurt. I think he's just fine. But yeah, big win for the Miami Dolphins. They snapped 11 Miami college and professional teams lost over the weekend. They would have went 0-12 if Miami Dolphins would have lost. They were this only win for the state of Florida. Gotta give it up. It was a bad week.
Tough weekend for Florida.
Tough week for college and for the pros, except Miami Dolphins. They are celebrating here. Are you worried moving forward with Los Angeles now? Because they did get healthy. They got some guys back. They got Cooper Kupp back. They got Puka Nacua. They got a few of their offensive line back. But yet they're still 4-5. They struggle on the road. I think San Francisco is going to be just fine. Arizona's good. I don't think they make the playoffs, kid. I think they needed to win this yesterday.
Yeah, a game like yesterday was a must-win for any NFC team, not just the Ravens, still, the Rams. I still give Rams a shot because, you just got to make the 7th seed, right, Dill? Right now, Green Bay, they're 6-3. Do they have a shot at the division? Arizona's looking good.
Watch out.
And the 49ers are right there. I'm going to say that the division goes to somebody else.
Yeah.
Can they make the 7th seed, Dill? It's going to be between Green Bay, Washington, and maybe Arizona or San Francisco. I think Chicago, it looks like Chicago's fading. Seattle, do you trust Seattle?
No, I think they're
Tampa,
fraud.
Maybe. If Tampa was healthy, I would like Tampa. I'll put Tampa in there with that 6, 7, 8, maybe 9 spot. But realistically, Dill, I think it's either going to be Arizona, San Francisco, and then it's going to be Green Bay, Washington.
Hot take, and we'll talk about it in a little, but I think Washington's going to win the division. So we'll see. Maybe it's whoever doesn't win that. Yeah, exactly. Or the Eagles. So it'll be either Washington.
Either Eagles or the Washington are the 6th seed.
Yeah. But like you said, you didn't hit on the Rams. I didn't hit on the over either. I could have gone there.
Hey, I hit on Puka Nakua over there.
Oh, you did. You did.
Yeah,
My fault.
1-1 on the night. 1-1 on the night. You know.
Overall on week 10, how did you do though?
In the green, 8-5, people.
Okay.
We good. We good. Not great, but good. So I'll take that deal.
5-2 for me. So it was 5-1, 5-2. The over did not hit, but hey, we move on, kid. Another winning week for both of us. We are on to week 11, but before we do that, let's get into our power rankings. Week 11 NFL power rankings. I'm not gonna lie. When I was writing my list out, I had to write 11 and 12 because I think
you got a 12.
Because I think they're very close, and I'll talk about them real quick. So I'll say it real quick. I don't think a lot of change 1 through 4 for me. Not a lot of change 1 through 4, but
what?
Yeah.
I had a lot of movement there.
So number 12, I put the 49ers. Good win. They worry me. Their kicking situation is not the best with Moody. CMC, he looked good. He seemed like he was having fun out there as well. 5-4. They're a good team. I think second half of the season, they're really going to start to put on. And I think you mentioned it perfectly. That was one of the best games Brock Purdy has played in a while, at least this season. He should get paid. So yeah, I got San Francisco at 12. At 11, I almost put him there. I almost did. But I put the Cardinals at 11. They dismantled the Jets, but the Jets are a terrible organization. I really like what they're doing offensively. They're protecting Kyler Murray. He's playing well. It seems like Marvin Harrison Jr. is starting to come along. Trey McBride is developing into a top 5 tight end as well. The defense could play well. I like this Cardinal team, man, and I think they're live. They play sound football. They don't turn the ball over. And I like them, kids. So I put the Cardinals at 11, but at 10, I put the the Los Angeles Chargers. That I'm dating myself saying the San Diego Chargers. But this is just a good football team. They play top 5 defense. And Justin Herbert is playing at an elite level right now. He's not turning the ball over, and he's doing exactly what Jim Harbaugh wants to do. Last year and previous years, we would see Justin Herbert force the ball, just start flinging it, have no guidance. Now under Jim Harbaugh, protecting the ball, they're going to run the rock. They're not going to play the sexiest show, but they're going to win games. 6-3. I love the running back, Gus Edwards and J.K. Dobbins, their combo. I love Justin Herbert. I think he's playing at an elite level, and this defense quietly is a top 5 defense. So, yeah, give me Chargers, 6-3.
Dale, I'm going to be honest, I couldn't disagree much. That's my number 11 team, the L.A. Chargers. I'm going to be honest. I'm surprised how good they are. Defensively, like you said, they're looking top 5-ish. And Justin Herbert, these past 4 weeks, he's looking like he looked a couple years ago. I'm glad they opened up the playbook a little bit and not just being a run-first offense. You have Justin Herbert. Take advantage of him. He can sling it, and I like that. I like that they're finally opening up the playbook a little more. But at number 10, Dill, give me who's sitting on top of the NFC West. Give me the Cardinals, Dill. I can't deny it. I got to give the Cardinals props. Don't get me wrong. The Chargers are right there. I almost put the Chargers at 10, but I got to give credit to the Cardinals. Not just because, they dismantled the Jets. But they've been pretty damn good all season. Look at back at week 1. They almost won at Buffalo. Look how good Buffalo is, Dill. You got to give this team credit. You got to give Sheikin. You got to give him some credit, Dill. Kyler Murray quietly playing like he should be in the MVP conversation. Not saying he's above Lamar or nothing like that, but quietly, I think he should be top 5 in the MVP conversation. James Conner, Mr. Consistent. He's going to be able to run the ball and find the end zone mostly week in and week out. Like you said, Marvin Harrison is developing. You have a top 5 tight end in McBride. You have a pretty good offensive line. And sneakily, Dill, very quietly, it's a pretty good defense. It's a pretty good defense. Not great. I want to say top 10, but they're right outside of the top 10, Dill. I like what I'm seeing from this Cardinals team. I like the Chargers too, Dill. But that's 11, and give me the Cardinals at 10.
It was a flip-flop.
Yeah. We're kind of aligned, Dill.
Did you have Chargers at 12?
No, I have Chargers at 11.
No,
Cardinals
not the
at 10.
Chargers. Excuse me, the 49ers.
Nah, you've been high. You had the 49ers at your top 10 multiple times.
Yeah,
I'm
because
not
I
that.
think I get it.
They're
It's
coming
what's now.
around.
They
I need to
are.
see it. I need to see it. Like I had.
Yeah.
I'll talk to it there, but I had
Yeah.
I have to see it for a few weeks, not just one.
Yeah. For number 9 for me, they had a bye, but I still like this team. I still think they'll be all right. 6-3, Green Bay Packers. I'm not gonna knock them, not gonna put them up. Number 9, Green Bay Packers. I really like Xavier McKinney. I thought that was a good pickup in the offseason, improving that secondary. He leads the NFL with 7 takeaways, 6 interceptions, 1 forced fumble. He's playing good. He's really helped transform this Packers into kind of a turnover machine in this defense. So I do like the defense. I worry about Jordan Love a little bit. I hope he's 100% after this bye this week. So we'll see. I think quarterback play needs to develop a little bit, but I do think this is a good team. Give me Green Bay at number 9.
At number 9, Dill, to be honest, I wanted to bump them down, but they won. A win is a win, Dill. I know you were respected. I don't know if you would agree with it, but a win is a win. Give me the Minnesota Vikings at 9. I couldn't bump them down. Don't get me wrong. They didn't play like the number 9 team in the league. I give you that, Dill. But I couldn't bump them down. They're still an 8-win team. They're still leading. No. The Lions are ahead now.
Yeah.
But still,
They're right there.
They're right there. You got to respect. And regardless, yes, the past, 2-3 weeks been shaky, Dill. But that's still a top 10 defense, still a top 10 offense as of now. Maybe end of the season it won't be, but as of now, they're still top 10 in each. So I gotta keep the Vikings at number 9. Didn't love this week's performance, but I'm gonna keep them there.
Yeah, I didn't move the Vikings either. Give me the Vikings at number 8, 7-2.
Also,
Wasn't pretty.
You agree?
Yeah, it wasn't pretty, but a win is a win. They did beat the Jacksonville Jaguars. By the way, why is he still in the building?
I'm trying to tell you this.
By the way, side note, shout out Jack Del Rio. Not shout out, but he got fired the other day. Jack Del Rio, remember Jack Del Rio, defensive coordinator?
Mm-hmm.
He was an assistant at the University of Wisconsin. And then
what he got fired for?
DUI. He went through a stop sign, went through a fence and parked his car in the bushes, and the cops came out and said, "Where was I going?"
In Wisconsin.
Absolutely. And they're giving him the nickname now, Jack Daniels Del Rio. Legendary name. I didn't come up with it, but I wish I did.
We don't condone drinking and driving, but he's been a legend before the accident.
Yes, 100%. But yeah, I thought that was actually really funny. But I don't even know how I got that. Oh, with Doug Peterson. Aaron Jones, though. Sam Darnold has regressed. I think you could come around now, and I think I was a week early in saying he regressed a little bit. He's still playing okay, but he has regressed a little bit. I like the run game with Aaron Jones. Justin Jefferson is Justin Jefferson. Defense, I don't worry about. What I worry about is Sam Darnold. If he could cut the turnovers away and play like he did the first 4 weeks of the season, I think sky's the limit. Or first 6 games of the season, I think the sky's the limit. He needs, when they're in the red zone, he cannot turn the ball over. They need to get points because they have no problem moving up and down the field.
He just can't force it. Yeah. Just don't force it. Take the 3. You don't have to force it in. Throw it out of bounds.
But yeah, I still think this is a good team. I think they'll right the ship. This is a playoff team. Their win total was 5. They're 7-2, kid. Give me the Vikings at number 8.
At number 8, I couldn't move them down. They had a bye week. Give me the Packers. You know how much I love this team. The loyal listeners know how much I love this team. I have them winning the NFC. I still think they're alive to do so. Give me the Packers at 8. No need to talk too much about them.
At number 7, tough loss, but this is a good team still. Like I said, I think they might win their division. Give me the Washington Redskins. What I've really liked, and say what you want, Jaden Daniels didn't have the best game, but I would say he didn't have a bad game either. There were a lot of drops. So you can't put that on him. He was hitting his receivers right in the hand. Terry McLaurin has really come into his own the last few weeks as well. Wait till they get Marshawn Lattimore. I think it will help their secondary out a little bit. But, I like their run game. Dan Quinn got the boys playing. I think they'll be just fine. Interested to see how they play against the Philadelphia Eagles. I think it will tell a lot. But this is still a good team. 7-3, way ahead of schedule. Give me the Redskins at number 7.
Yeah, Dale, not to touch too much on it. Give me the Commanders at number 7. I'm not gonna pull them down just because they lost to a very good Steelers team by a point. By a great throw by Russell Wilson. I think Jaden Daniels played great. Slow start, still a rookie, but at the end of the day, like you said, though, this team is way ahead of schedule. Dan Quinn is doing a fantastic job. One loss is not going to change my mind. Commanders at 7.
At number 6, give me the Philadelphia Eagles. Moving on up. Moving on up for me. Big win against the Cowboys, but Cowboys are dookie, so not too much into that. What I've really been impressed by, and I really hope he could stay healthy this season, but Saquon Barkley, man, he's really developing. He's second in the league in rush yards, 991. He's averaging 110 yards per game, only behind, obviously, future Hall of Famer Derrick Henry. So I love them. I love the defense is really starting to come into form as well. Big game on Thursday. I think it's going to tell a lot for both of these teams. But yeah, give me the Philadelphia Eagles at number 6.
At number 6, give me the Eagles. I can't deny it. They're moving up. They're looking good. The defense is finally playing. That was the question mark early on. Can this defense step in the first 3 weeks? Dookie. Now they're playing. Jalen Carter stepping on up. That secondary getting better and better every week. Jalen Hurts not turning the ball over, like you said. Saquon, bro. If it wasn't for Derrick Henry, I would say Saquon should be Offensive Player of the Year. But Derrick Henry's a different animal. But Saquon, he's having a season. You saw the highlight, the backwards hurdle. He's been phenomenal. Give me the Eagles at 6.
At number 5, if you told me this a few weeks ago, I would have laughed at you. But give me the Pittsburgh Steelers at number 5, 7-2. Big win. Russ, 3-0. Defense is playing well. Obviously, TJ Watt has been incredible. Only 6.5 sacks this season, but he's still a game wrecker in every fucking way. Mike Williams, it was nice to see him get a touchdown as well. George Pickens he's out there. He thinks this is UFC 309 at Madison Square Garden. He was out there throwing people last game. But George Pickens is a beast as well. They have a great run game. And Mike Tomlin should never be doubted. Little sneak peek, but them as dogs again is an automatic bet for me. Hate to say it, but Steelers are a top 5 team, kid.
I know we won't have the same top 7, but it's going to be pretty close. Give me the Steelers at number 5. Been waiting for this for a minute. And I'm glad that we both did it at the same time, Dale. This past week was a game where it's like, you win this game, you're a top 5 team.
Yeah.
Russ, right now, he's cooking, Dale. You got it's Dale. Realistically, I know it's gonna be hard for you to admit. Is Russ playing better than you thought? That's all I'm asking.
Yes.
Mike Tomlin got the boys playing. They're going to come out with black forces. Give me the Steelers at number 5. I love it, Dale. I love it that you got him at 5. I love it.
Low key, I don't. Let's go to number 4.
I know you don't. That's why I love it.
Like I said, the top 4 are the same for me. No one moved. Buffalo's at number 4. Good win against the Colts. Josh Allen starting to regress a little bit. 2 interceptions there. Tyron Johnson, the nickel corner for the Buffalo Bills, has been really good. Matt Milano has started practicing. This defense is starting to get healthy now. And they've only allowed 35% of third down conversion rate on their defense. So
say that again.
Yeah, they're playing well. I love their running back, that guy Ray Jones or Ray Johnson. Ray Davis, thank you. I think he was like a 4th, 5th round pick. They got him. That's a steal. Obviously James Cook. We'll see how the wrist is with Amari Cooper or the ankle, but I think they'll be just fine. I put them at 4 because Baltimore beat them head to head, and it wasn't even close. They really beat the brakes off of them. Baltimore is at number 3. Tough win. But it's division win. Bengals always play them hard, but they can't. I think Joe Burrow is like 1-10 or 1-9 against the Ravens, something like that. He just can't beat the Ravens. Lamar is the MVP right now. Derrick Henry is on track maybe to beat to break the all-time rushing record as well. He leads the league, 1,120 yards. And he's just the 5th player since 1970 to score a touchdown in each of the first 10 games, joining O.J. Simpson. Legend. Number 2, I said they're the best team. but I got to put them at 2 because they have the one loss. I mean, Amon-Ra St. Brown is playing well. I love what Ben Johnson is doing with this offense. Like I said, Aaron Glenn as well, that has the defense playing well. I like this Lions team, and I think they're the best team in the NFC, but you got to give the Chiefs the number 1 spot. 9-0. Say what you want. Yeah, they could have lost this game. They could have lost, but they didn't. They didn't. Chris Jones has been playing really good. Travis Kelce starting to look like the future Hall of Famer that he is. The rookie Xavier Worthy starting to come along. Patrick Mahomes is finding ways to win. Say what you want about this team, but they're undefeated right now, and you can't say much. And I don't think it was a fluke blocking that field goal. If you really go back on all their extra points and field goal attempts, they were really bulldozing and double teaming the left side of the wall. So they thought that they saw something in the tape that they thought they could expose. And in the most crucial time they did. And that just is a sign of a really great team. So I got to give them credit. Kansas City at number 1.
Yeah, first of all, I love the fact that you went straight 4. Kind of like it, though. At number 4, and I love the fact that we're very different. At number 4, give me the Baltimore Ravens still. I can't deny Lamar is definitely should be the front runner for the MVP. He's been balling lights out. He already got like the stats still compared to the last season MVP. He has less interceptions, more touchdown passes already. I think already more passing yards. We're 10 games in.
Yeah.
He should be the front runner MVP, and he should win it. He should be unanimous another one. I can't deny it, but that defense, still, I got to see how Kyle Hamilton is going to be moving forward, though. That defense ain't that same defense from last year. I had to bump them down just a little bit. They did get the win, though, but that defense is going to get a little exposed late. That's all. Give me the Ravens at 4. At number 3, Dill, I hate to do it. But I said it last week, so I got to stick to what I be talking. Give me the Lions at 3. I had to bump them down. I said the Texans were frauds. You were down double digits in the first half. You look pedestrian in the first half, Detroit. To me, that's unacceptable, Dill. Yeah, I know you understand you won the game, but Jared Goff, you look bad. Offensively in the first half, it was bad. It was bad, Dill. To me, I said it. Texans are frauds. Frauds shouldn't be up against a top 3 team by double digits at no point. To me, that was a little, they won the game, but I was like, you know what? What's going on here, Detroit? I had to bump them down a little bit. Give me Detroit at 3. Still love them, but I hate to do it, but I had to do it. At number 2, give me the Buffalo Bills still. I love what I'm seeing. Like you said, Milano's returning to practice. This defense is getting good. It's getting good. James Cook, Ray Davis is coming along nicely. And one thing I really like, though, the defense has really been improving. But offensively, this is back-to-back 30 points games without Amari Cooper being effective. With Josh Allen throwing his first interceptions of the season, still putting up 30 points a game, still winning it. Still, if he doesn't turn the ball over and the defense keeps improving, hey, man, I got to give it to him. Josh Allen, this Buffalo's team is really, really good at number 2. And at number 1, Kansas City Chiefs still. I can't deny it. I didn't love the win, but it's the win, nothing less. Denver was right there, but Travis Kelce's coming along, still. I love the addition of DeAndre Hopkins. Honestly, if the Patriots is a contender, I'd be worried about DeAndre Hopkins if the Patriots is contender still. So whoever got to deal with that offense come playoff time, I worry for you. And one thing I could say about that block field goal, Dill, that's what possibly makes this team an undefeated team. Right now, I would not be shocked if the Kansas City Chiefs finish the season 17-0.
Yeah, I think they might run the table as well. I don't dislike the last 4. I just don't. I don't understand how you could put the Bills ahead of the Ravens when they beat them head to head, prime time, and it wasn't a close game. You and I watched it. It was a blowout.
I know, but also the Ravens also lost to the Raiders. Still,
that's fair. They lost to 2 bad teams as well. That's concerning as a Raven fan as well.
And their defense letting up. Joe Burrow 4 and 5 touchdown games, over 350 yards each time against that Ravens defense.
Do you know the status of Kyle Hamilton, or I want to know. He went down in
He
that
went down.
game.
It's definitely something with his leg. I hope it's nothing serious. I'm gonna assume this is a guesstimate, people. A high ankle sprain. That's what my guess is. Maybe it's something else. I don't know. Hopefully, it doesn't. Keep him on the
Okay, there was
sideline.
one day ago, John Harbaugh came out. It's an ankle injury. He says it's not that serious. I don't know how long it will be, but it is an ankle sprain. X-rays were negative, thankfully. He's considered week to week.
I might be right, boys. I might be right. I saw the tape. I might be right. That's all I'm gonna say. You heard what I said.
It
And
looked
you heard
like
the
a
coach.
knee, though, but he stepped on the foot, right?
Yeah. He was. When you were able to walk off, there was nothing.
Yeah. Shout out Bobby B, though. Bobby Belzak, our boy. He did tear his ACL and walked off the field. So
legend.
I mean, that's kind of crazy as well.
Yeah.
But all right, kid. Yeah, I don't disagree with it.
It's different.
It's different, and I
but you get my point of view.
Yeah, 100%. I get it. Yeah, I get it. All right. We got a showdown in the top. Well, we both got them at 6 and 7 as each. A top 6-7 showdown at the link. But before we do that, a quick word from our sponsor. We are brought to you each and every episode by Viva Tequila Seltzer, the most refreshing hard seltzer on the market, hands down. There's no wonder why Viva was voted #1 hard seltzer in the world by San Francisco World Spirit Competition. With only 88 calories, 0 carbs, 0 sugar, and a light 4.5 ABV, Viva is the perfect drink for your post-game celebration, as it was created with that active lifestyle in mind. We flavor tequila seltzer because flavor is the spice of life, and we like our drinks with just a kick, just like how we like our lives. Whether it's Huckleberry playing a round of golf with the boys or an elderberry after a Saturday morning workout, it doesn't matter. Our favorites pair perfectly with that Artisanal Blanco tequila for that subtle and refreshing drink. I believe here at the Dream Wager and at Viva is to live long, live well, and live it up. All right, kid. Let's get to it. At the link, 7-2 Philadelphia Eagles taking on the 7-3 Washington Redskins. Eagles laying 3.5 at home, -180 on the money line. Redskins catching 3.5 +152 on the comeback. Total 48.5. Kid, we'll start here with the side. Too many points in the division matchup?
In my opinion, yes. Still, this is going to be a great matchup. Who would have thought in the preseason? Who would have thought this late in the season we're talking about a division title, possibly? Eagles looking great. Can't deny it. Washington surprised me very good. Give me the +3.5 with Washington. I understand he's going to the link. First time at the link. I understand that might be worrisome. But still, this rookie been overachieving all year, so I wouldn't be too worried. Brian Robertson Jr. looking like he's gonna be ready to go for this game. That's gonna be a huge addition to this offense, in my opinion. Terry McCurran, like you said, Dill, since week 2, he's been doing his thing. Zach Ertz coming along a little more. Noah Brown, I know. Besides that Hail Mary, he's starting to get a little more involved in the offense as well. With Brian Robertson Jr., Dill, I love this pick, Dill. If he's able to go, I love the +3.5. I still like it without him, but I love it with him. Give me the +3.5 with the Washington Commanders still.
Yeah, I agree. I'm on the Redskins here, +3.5. That's my official play. I think they're live outright as well. The line's been fluctuating. It opened up at 3.5. It got bet down to 3. I think people jumped on to 3.5, assuming that the hook wasn't going to be there. It was at 3 for about a day, and then on Tuesday afternoon went back up to 3.5. Get it while you could get the hook, in my opinion. I think this could be a field goal game. I think what short games and Thursday night games come down to is coaching. Who has the coaching advantage? Say what you want about Nick Sirianni, but he is a good coach. Yeah. Say what you want about Dan Quinn. He's also a good coach as well. So, yeah, coming off a loss, I think this could be a really good bounce back spot for the Redskins. It's tough to buy into the Philadelphia Eagles. They've beaten up bad teams. And the same thing with the Redskins. Dallas, Jacksonville, Cleveland, Giants. Collectively, they're 13-35 together on the year. So, Redskins, they're coming off, like you said, obviously a tough loss to the Steelers. But the Steelers had 2 weeks to prepare for Jaden Daniels and Cliff Kingsbury. While Philadelphia only has a few days to scheme up against this. I just think it comes down to coaching. I'm going to trust Cliff Kingsbury, and I'm going to trust Dan Quinn in this spot. I think it's a field goal game, and I think they win outright. I lean under as well. Totals come down. It opened up at 49.5. It's down to 48.5. I agree with the line movement. I think we're going to see a nip and tuck game. Do you agree with the line movement, and any thoughts on the total?
Yeah, definitely trend down, Dale. I definitely like the under. Probably won't take it official. I really don't touch the total like that. But if I was betting, I would take the under, Dale, just because it's a division matchup. You know the Eagles' offense has been good, not great. Jalen
Yeah.
Hurts not been turning the ball over. I think Washington is going to be able to turn them over, Dale. And I don't expect Jaden Daniels to march against that defense. Especially late. Maybe if this was like a week 2, week 3 matchup, I'd be like, okay, maybe Jaden Daniels has a huge game. But nah, I don't know, Dale. This defense was much better as late. I'm gonna say 24-21 Eagles, but maybe Washington.
Ooh, all right. But field goal game nonetheless.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's get to player props. Like I said, Terry McLaurin has really come into home. A.J. Brown has put up a nice few games as well. His numbers at 80.5 receiving yards. Talk to me. What do you like here for player prop wise?
Then I'm gonna go with Scary Terry. Since
Mm.
week 2, he's went over this mark 62, 5 out of 8 times still, and I'm gonna go with it. Coming off a short week, you gotta go with your old reliable weapon, and that's gonna be Scary Terry. I think this offense at Chris Queensberry is gonna scheme against this very young secondary, and I think Scary and Jaden Dow's gonna pick their attempts, and they're gonna be able to not just land a deep connection, but I think they will hit connect a couple times in the game. So I think Scary has another big game there. I'm not saying 100 plus, but he's been pretty good since week 2. I think him and Jaden have a pretty good connection building, and I think he'll have a great day. Give me over 62. I'm kind of surprised this number a little small as well.
I'm going to take A.J. Brown anytime touchdown. Shop
Mm.
around. It's at plus 130 if you have bet 365. Elvis and I are lucky. We're in New Jersey, so we do have bet
We have it
365.
all.
Yeah, we do have it all. We are we have like so many books. But I see plus 120, plus 125. So shop around. I think a FanDuel has a plus 130. I think that's tremendous value for A.J. Brown, who's really come along. In 6 healthy games this season, he has 3 touchdowns. That's half of his games he's played. So I think at plus 130, that's over a 50% chance. I'm not a good math guy, but that's over 50%. So in a matchup where Commanders could be liable in the secondary, we don't know the status of Marshawn Lattimore. I think he could get in. Things may be different if he is in the full, but I still think Washington secondary is one that some teams like the Philadelphia Eagles can take advantage of. Commanders, they've allowed the 3rd most touchdowns to opposing wide receivers as well. He's questionable, but in 4 games versus Washington, Brown has 5 touchdowns. So I think this is a good matchup for A.J. Brown. So at plus 130, great value. Give me A.J. Brown anytime touchdown. Anything else, kid?
I like that one, Dill. I will say Saquon as well, but for the people out there, I'm gonna show y'all something. This is a 8-leg anytime touchdown. 7 cashed. Guess who's the 8th?
Saquon.
Mr. Saquon Barkley. Saquon, you owe me a little something, dog. Not much. Not much, dog, but you owe me a little something. This is an 8-leg anytime touchdown, Dill. And the biggest favorite was you, Saquon, at minus 175. I got a couple plus monies in here. Got a couple minus 110, 105. Saquon, man, it is what it is. Hopefully you do bounce back. Hopefully not. For all the listeners out there, I know a lot of y'all probably didn't cash because of Saquon. We expected a big game in Dallas, but didn't. It's okay. I like that, though. I honestly expect A.J. Brown to have a good game. He's been dominant since returning from injury, and we know him and Jalen Hurts have a pretty good connection. So I like that bet as well.
No problem. Good luck. Hopefully that cashes again, and hopefully it doesn't hurt you on one of your parlays. Let's go over to the association. 11 games here on a Wednesday. Only 3 games up right now. New Orleans, OKC, minus 14.5. Yeah, this team is bad.
It went up. It was at 14 when we started.
Yeah. Indiana's starting to play some good basketball. They're laying 2 on the road against a good Magic team. They're still without Paulo Banchero. And then we got Minnesota laying 7.5 against a bad Portland team. What are your thoughts here on those 3 games?
Yeah, I'm gonna take the Pacers on the road. It's a minus. I took -2.5 before the show. I think they win by a few points. Still, without Paulo Carroll, this Indiana team, these last few games, not to throw shade there, but they look good against and they've been looking as good as late. Tyrese starting to get that scoring bug. He's been dropping in buckets, so I wouldn't be surprised if they blow him out here, Dill. But give me the Pacers -2, -2.5, whatever we could get. Honestly, I wouldn't lay the 14.5. If anything, tease down the OKC Thunder, and then and honestly, I wouldn't lay the 7.5 on the road with Minnesota. I'll lean it, but my opinions on other games: Phoenix taking on the Sacramento Kings. I'll lay the points for Phoenix Suns. I think they'll be favored. I'm gonna say at least 2.5 point favorites. I'm gonna lay with Phoenix on the road, and then they'll honestly hope I stay up. I'm gonna definitely at least watch the first half. Memphis taking on the Los Angeles Lakers. We heard Ja say what he said after the last game. I don't like them. I don't like that team. They knocked me out of the playoffs. They were LeBron with that reverse windmill when they were up. He didn't like that, and he was balling. He said LeBron's too little. So I think
that the meme back and forth was funny.
I think this is going to be a great matchup, and I think the Lakers win this matchup. So will the Lakers be favored? I'm gonna say it's gonna be around a pick 'em. I say either side. I'm gonna say 2 points. So take it or lay it with the Lakers with the 2 or 3. I'm gonna say, and then I know you might disagree, but give me the points with the Nets. Whatever it is it 8.5, 9.5, 10.5 against the Boston Celtics? We've been covering, Dill. We haven't been winning that many games, but we've been covering. We're well on our way for our season total over, Dill. I know you know that. We are way on our way. But give me the Nets plus the points, and I'll lay it with your Knicks. Surprisingly, Knicks hasn't been that good. Surprisingly.
Yeah, especially in the first half, the Nets have been covering. They covered in the first half, I think, every game all 11 games this season. So they come out, and it's not just against bad teams. Celtics, they're coming out and playing in the first half. Only team, Memphis. The jury's still out. Yeah, the jury's still out though on Memphis. But Nick Claxton had a really good game yesterday for you guys.
Covered against the Cavs.
Yep. But first half, only team undefeated ATS 11-0 for the Nets. So maybe you want to watch them in the first half. They do come out buzzing. Kid, any last words before we get up out of here?
No, let's just have a great, Thursday night, and hopefully, the Nets cover. I like that. I like that. Hopefully it's 9.5. I would love 9.5.
Enjoy. Good luck. God bless.